Today is Sunday, July 21st, and this is another update on my progress beating the S&P 500 along with Bill Ackman's Pershing Square holdings. I do make these videos every Sunday and Tuesday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Since my last update, I've entered into 3 new positions. I put 2.5% of my portfolio into Goldman Sachs and 1.5% into Shopify. I also increased the size of 4 positions that I already had open. I doubled my position in Spotify, Super Microcomputer, and Palantir Technologies. I also increased my Nvidia position by 15%. The positions that I doubled, when I entered into them, there were only 1.5% of my portfolio at the time. Spotify reports their earnings on July 23rd, and SMC and Palantir report their earnings towards the beginning of August. So I felt like it was a pretty decent time to go ahead and double my position in them. A couple of updates ago, when I trimmed the 15% from Nvidia, I sold it at $134.86. It had fallen 12.4% all the way down to 118.13, which is when I decided to buy 15% back into it, because pullbacks like that are expected, so I used it as a good buy the dip opportunity. This is what the SPY chart looks like right now. Since Wednesday, we've pretty much been in free fall mode. The S&P 500's fallen 2.8%. Where it closed at on Friday is where the old high was previously set at before it continued this bull run. I would expect it to rebound off of these levels. Jerome Powell's Fed speech is about a week and a half away. It's going to be Wednesday, July 31st. About a week ago, according to the CME Fed Watch, the chances of a rate cut in September were at 100%. Now the chance of no rate cut in September has slowly creeped back in. There's only a 2.9% chance that the rates remain the same in the September meeting. So that's going to be worth keeping an eye on over the next couple days to see if that probability increases at all. This is the first page of my current positions, which shows 13 out of 18. Right now, Nvidia, Apple, Google, Microsoft, and C3 AI make out my top 5, and those account for 47.73% of my portfolio. Like I mentioned earlier, Nvidia's gone down quite a bit over the last week, so right now Apple at a 19.21% gain is my current biggest winner. These are all my remaining positions. Right now, I have 98.49% of my portfolio invested, with 1.51% sitting in cash. I'm pretty heavily invested right now because I do think that the market's going to make a rebound, at least leading up to the Fed speech on Wednesday, July 31st. And then after the Fed meeting, as long as Jerome Powell gives good indication that there's going to be a rate cut by September, that should drive markets even higher. Since Wednesday, Pershing Square had a gain of 0.35%. My portfolio saw a decline of 4.19%, and the S&P 500 went down 2.8%, which brings us year to date. Pershing Square is at a gain of 20.55. My portfolio is at a gain of 19.41, and the S&P 500 on the year has a gain of 16.07. That's all I got for today. I do make these videos every Sunday and Tuesday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on Tuesday.